Here's the bottom line. When you're pregnant, when you require flexibility from your employer, when you need them to understand that you're gagging at the train station every morning from morning sickness, that you have numerous doctor's appointments for sonograms or amniocenteses or whatever they are, when your physician says, you know what, your feet get swollen when you stand on them for 8 hours straight in the workplace, you need to sit down occasionally. And it's not a medical disability. It's nothing necessarily diagnosable. You're pregnant, but it's resulting in physical, physiological, emotional, psychological challenges that require your employer's cooperation and flexibility with. Your doctor needs to document that. You ask your OBGYN to write a note for you and then send it to your employer, put it in an email, keep this dialogue going back and forth in writing so you'll have a record that you've asked for this flexibility. And then if they don't give it or things go south later, you'll have the opportunity to hold your employer accountable. And when you're telling your child the story one day that kids love to hear about what it was like when mommy was pregnant, and you're talking about I gained 60 pounds and mommy had to stop drinking and smoking and running and otherwise doing all the things that she used to do and daddy didn't have to stop. In addition to that, mommy ran into these job-related problems simply as a result of bringing you into this world. And what did mommy do? She stood up for herself. She drew a line in the sand and she held her employer accountable so that just maybe the next pregnant woman that takes her place in this workplace won't be treated as badly, as shabbily as I was, as you were, as she was. Then you'll be able to tell them that you held your employer accountable and made a difference for other women who come after you. So it's now well settled under United States law that if you work for an employer with 15 employees, you're entitled to a reasonable accommodation of your pregnancy-related challenges. You're entitled to flexibility, compassion. It's required by law. Keep a paper trail. Let your employer know what your challenges are when you're pregnant. And before things get worse or you quit or you're fired, feel free to reach out to me, Jack Tuckner. The email address is below. The phone number is below. The consultation is always no charge and confidential.